Yes, I'm extremely excited about this week. First action game for me and and this staff. Some of the guys who have left over have been through it as well. Really exciting ball. Very much aware of it through the years of me covering the game, watching the game as a parent, and so forth as a fan. Just excited to be a part of it. Gives our kids a national stage to perform. To see where we are. I'm really excited going against a very good opponent who's playing some really good football now. Unfortunately, Akron lost last week to Kent State in an exciting ball game. Certainly presents a lot of challenges for us on the defensive side of the football with the three-headed monster, the quarterback, Jordan Gant, the running back, and the receiver. And the head coach is a brilliant play caller, so we're going to have a great challenge there. Defensively, they're very opportunistic, and this team, was a couple of wins from being a bowl eligible, and they're well coached, they're resilient, they're tough, and excited to compete against them.
Coach, you want to talk about the quarterback situation? Pat, he can do you want to talk about the quarterback situation, where it's at right now?
Right now, it's the same now. You know, we have some stability. I think every week and for a month, there's been a different starting quarterback for us. And Hunter looks like he'll be going for us again. Drew still rehabbing the ankle. It's more severe than we actually initially thought, and it's really kept him out of everything. So you might see him in emergency situations. Of course, Lucian is back, so he's going to get some playing time as well. And we're just going to go as it goes. You know, just get these guys the reps and put a game plan together to try to get the victory.
You've probably watched action games from afar.
Oh yeah.
Just tell me what's your opinion? Just watched them before you had anything to do with BGSU. What you thought of it? Watching it.
Well, it's always odd to see a football game on Tuesday and Wednesday nights, and I guess that really gives fire to the madness that ensues on those nights. Really entertaining games where anything can happen. I mean, you go back, you look at this past game. You know, Akron was down with 18 points and stormed their way back to tie it up and to go into overtime. But just you can expect the unexpected in watching action games. They're always fun and exciting. Awesome coaching in this conference, and you have a chance to really see some talented teams on a night that you wouldn't expect to see football on, and it's something that I look forward to. Certainly the last few years since I got into coaching, we're usually game planning at night, and we have the game on in the back, and we try to get ideas as well, from different plays that certain coaches are doing or staffs are doing. So it's excited to be a part of this. It really is an exciting time.
Yeah, Albantu, BCSN. I don't know how much exact experience you have coaching or playing on a weekday, but what are your point of references for preparing for action this upcoming week?
That today's a Monday. Get lost in it. And as a player, we played on Monday nights in the NFL. Played on Thursday sometimes. So it's not foreign to me. I know it just shifts some things schedule-wise. So you have to get adjusted to the week and the weekday. It's an opportunity for us to have a couple days to rest, reset, and to get ahead of our opponent. Hone in on some things practice-wise to change a few things up. So it's been very beneficial for us this week. But as a player, you look forward to these games. I mean, we had a game on a Sunday, and you had to play on a Thursday. And it's short weeks, and we have to be mindful how we prepare. And sometimes those are the best weeks because you don't have time to think. You have to just go and react. And it's been good. So I look forward to see how our guys respond this week.
Looking at the record, it seems like you haven't been in this position as a coach since really 2022. Obviously, you turned the ship around, but I'm curious what you can draw on in that experience to bring to BG.
Well, this is where we are. We're in a season of establishment and refinement. It's a season of growth. These are the growing pains you're going to have when taking on a new adventure. coming in, you look at it, the roster, we brought in 25 players or 26 players with first-time experience. That's the most in the FBS football. So that's a young team, an inexperienced team. So with that, you're going to have growing pains. We're as long as we're growing through it and learning through it and not getting emotional about the results or a record, we'll be fine. Yes, we were competitors. Yes, we want to win. But we have to understand and take ownership that we're not there yet. There's some things that had to be refined in our staff. It had to be refined in our mindset. It has to be pointed out, and guys have to take ownership of the results of where we are, and take a hard look at the cold hard facts that hey, there are some things that we miss details on, and that's not just including the kids. That's the staff. And if we're not coaching the details, if we're not preaching the culture, if we see something and we know that's not right and allow it to happen, then that's a missed opportunity to coach. So every day is game day when you walk in this building, because it's really redefining and establishing the culture, establishing the identity, and then the results will take care of itself. So, I don't look at this year as a failure or I didn't meet the expectations in the win-loss column, but this is a great opportunity to reestablish who we are, how we're doing things, the culture, where we're going, and to respond to that. That this is all a part of it. I was reading up on something on Kurt Signetti. I think he's the only coach that I think that's never in college had a losing season in his entire career. That's amazing. But those losing seasons teach you something about where you have to go. Now it's up to you to respond to that. So that's great information for me moving forward on how we're going to change, how we're going to keep things the same, to assess talent both in the roster and within the staff and supporting staff, what's needed from a resource perspective. It's given me great insight into how this league is, how you play in this league, which is relatively new. So we're learning each team, each venue, each coach. You see one thing on tape and it's something different when you get out there in real time. So it's been a wonderful year in terms of gathering information and knowing what's next. Because I know what we can do. I've seen what we can do. I've seen the potential in this team, and it's given me an opportunity to find out on our roster, hey, who can play ball and who our playmakers are and how we can build around that. So it's been a very successful year in that regard.
Final one from me. You're all about the growth mindset, and rightfully so. But now that you've had the time to look at the film, look back at the game, what is the biggest thing you learned about your team last time out?
Last week, we made a change in our staff, so we had to simplify a lot. So we were able to find out, who our playmakers are. I think we're starting to find out our nucleus of players that we can really build around, and that's fine. I mean, it's taken a spring, a summer, and certainly 9 or 8 games into the season to figure that out. But that's what it takes. So I think that's been good. The key is for us is to continue to play hard, regardless of the circumstances. You're always playing for something. A tangible trophy is out of the question for us this year, but the identity and the commitment to work and the culture is still ongoing. So we have to learn how to lose first in terms of learning before we can learn how to win, and that's where we are right now. We have to press through that and break through that. And when that day is going to come, I don't know. It could be this Tuesday night. We're praying for that to happen. We're praying for a positive outcome. But I'm seeing us respond in practice. I'm seeing us respond in our coaching staff. I'm seeing us respond on a day-to-day basis that we're going to be dogged about this and go to work and keep showing up and not give in. Because the easy thing to do around this time of year is that you're not playing for anything. You're playing on a Tuesday night in front of, a small crowd. It's going to be cold. And, hey, the easy thing to do is just to lay down. And we'll have to reset for next year. Well, no, next year starts now. That mindset starts now. And for the guys that are leaving out of here, you want to leave on a strong note. And you want to take something and extract something from this tough time, this tough period, this tough phase that's going to apply for the next phase of your life, whether it's jumping into the workforce world or jumping into being a married man or whatever the next profession is for you, you can take something from it. So it behooves everyone in the situation to take it seriously and know that you're playing for something greater than just a football game. And it's going to pay off. It has to pay off. And that's what I firmly believe. I've been down this path before, and as a player, as a coach, and now it's the second time. And you just have to take it on the chin, learn from it, grow from it, and finish off strong.
Tyler Kavlitz, Falcon Media Sports Network. You mentioned Hunter Nazem most likely going to get the start again for you guys. How have you seen Drew Pine and some of the other veterans help him get along to where he is, being pushed into this role?
Yeah, well, Drew's been phenomenal, and he's been in every single meeting room just giving his insight, his support of just his experience of what he's been through to Hunter and his confidence. And really, goodness gracious, I'm drawing a blank here. Not Lucian. Good Lord, Barron. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Barron has been phenomenal. He's going to make a great coach one day. He knows ball. He's been around it. He can see it. He can explain the concepts in a way that it's digestible, easy to listen to. Very, very knowledgeable about the passing game and how it marries with our run game and so forth. And you talk about a blessing in disguise. You hate to lose a kid to an injury for the year and possibly his career, and then he jumps right in right after his surgery, the same day as his surgery. He comes back in. He's helping us out last week with the game planning, and that's remarkable. That just speaks to the character of who he is. And Barron's just been incredible. So having those two vets in there to help Hunter, who is wise beyond his years, has been remarkable. And I'm looking forward to see, his growth from week one, his first start ever, to week two. Curious to see how he does.
And then Leo Kemp, Brendan Ridley, Caleb Goodlow were all arrested last week, charged with assault. They were out for last week's game. Just looking to see if you have any comment on that situation and their status on the team going forward.
It's been handled with a university deal, and they're going to be back on the team, and they've learned a valuable lesson. Thank you.
With bowl eligibility kind of out of reach, what's the overall message to the team? Obviously, like you said, there's still more to be played, but like I said, what's the overall message without the bowl eligibility still in play?
Keep getting better. This is the phase of growing pains, and from the outside looking in, you figure you don't have anything to play for, but you do. For the guys that are coming back, you have to jump into the off season with momentum. And it's not about the wins-loss record or playing the bowl game. Hey, you know what? We didn't earn the right to play in a bowl game. Or we didn't earn the right to play for a championship. And that's okay. Like, I'm not trying to backdoor my way into anything. If we're not good enough to play in a bowl game, okay, let's focus on getting to a bowl game, winning a championship. So we have to focus on that. And I think once you get through the emotional side of that, you don't attach yourself to the results of anything, but more or less the process of maturing and the process of becoming. That's when you accept it a lot better. So I didn't see anybody, upset or anything of that nature. Yes, they're disappointed, but they're working through that point. But we're understanding that there's work to be done still. And we're taking ownership of the things that we can't control. And that's the discipline and the details of what we do, how we operate, how we approach every day. This is a test of our faith, a test of our culture. And you make it through this, you make it on the other side of this, you're going to be that much stronger moving forward, because when the wins start coming, when the results start to bounce our way, you'll look back on this and like, yeah, we needed to go through that, to grow through that, and we appreciate winning on a whole nother level. So now, when somebody comes in this door that's wants to be a part of this, they're going to hold them now accountable to everything that we talk about doing, down to the details in terms of having the locker room clean, being on time, showing up to everything that we do, being responsible, being great in the community, being great stewards of the community. All those things matter because that's what goes into being a Falcon. So we've understood that. We're seeing it in real time, and this is a phase that we have to go through to get to where we need to be and who we need to be.
I'm only asking this because he's a local guy, but you've gotten to know Levi Gazarek, I'm sure, by now.
Yeah.
How did he get on the staff? I mean, 1 year after playing 4 years here. And what's he meant to you, even with the quarterbacks and everything else?
Well, I'll just speak Levi, Barron, Drew, Scotty, Daniel, all those guys that work on our staff, they work their butts off. They really make this thing go. And we don't have the resources and the staff of other schools, but the work that they put in, man, has been phenomenal. Having Levi just a year removed is again, he's wise beyond his years. He understands the conference. He knows what it takes to be a Falcon here at Bowling Green State University. He respects and understands the history. It's very near and dear to his heart. Levi was a captain. He's a great leader. Has a strong understanding of the game, played at a very high level, and he can speak to the players in a way that most of us coaches can't, because he's got that he has that respect in the locker room and on our staff. And again, when the position was changed, when I made a position change within the coordinator position this past week, he stepped up in the quarterback room and is running the meeting and talking about the details and nuances of each play. And he's taken very serious, and that's been remarkable to have him on our staff. So, you talk about promoting within. I'm having that opportunity, and I'm seeing these guys work, and they embrace it, and they don't complain. They're the first one in, last one to leave. I try to get here early as I can, about 5:30 in the morning, and they're beating me here. They're staying late, making sure things are done. And I have to speak to not just Levi, but also Scotty. When Fish was out with his shoulder deal in Nashville a couple weeks ago, Scotty made sure that he had everything done. No cards, calls, signals, everything. And it was flawless. There was no hiccups in the operation. So these guys that we've been blessed to have these young men in our building. Scotty Leffler did a phenomenal job of not just recruiting the talent on the field, but most definitely off the field, because these guys know ball and they're very passionate about being a Falcon. I'm surprised you guys didn't draw the comparison between Jordan Gant and, I coached him, right, at Tennessee State, right now. He's leading rushing in, no? I didn't draw, no? Okay. You don't want to talk about, okay, fine. Jordan Gant is I'm proud of him because he's the leading rusher in the conference. I'm upset that I didn't get the most out of him at Tennessee State, but just from his growth and what he's become, watching him from afar, I'm so proud of him because he walked on at Tennessee State University, worked his tail off for 2 or 3 years, had to work from scout team just to get on the field, and didn't maximize him like we should have at Tennessee State. Then leaves this past year, and to watch him grow has been phenomenal. Now I have to try to stop him is another thing too. So it's going to be bittersweet to go against him, but I just have to say that I'm really proud of Jordan and all that he's accomplished and everything that he's done. So just thought that would throw it out there in case you guys didn't know. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate it.
Nathan, how's it? First of all, the team doing with having to go through 4 quarterbacks? How's that affecting the rest of you and what you do? I mean, you're all kind of in your own room, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as an offense, you're always gonna look for the quarterback for leadership and guidance, and I think Hunter's done a great job, preparing himself for this role, and done a great job all season, really getting prepared for this spot. So I mean, I don't think anybody on offense has an issue with Hunter behind center because we've seen all the preparation he does and all the stuff he's been doing even when he wasn't in this spot. So I don't think that's really an issue for our offense at all.
Can you talk about just like the challenges and the unique preparation of preparing for an action game and having it in the middle of the week after being used to Saturdays over and over to start the year?
Yeah, the biggest thing is you really don't know what day it is when you wake up in the morning. When you do switch to that Tuesday schedule, everything like makes sense. Like you have your Tuesday practices and your Wednesday practices, but now we're gonna have our Tuesday practice on a Friday. So I have to wake up and tell myself it's a football Tuesday, but everything else off the field is a Friday. So I think the biggest thing is like your own personal schedule gets out of whack and your own routine gets out of whack. So the biggest thing you can do, like if this is your first time in action, is really just going to bed early and just making sure you're well rested, because you might have to adjust and change some things to what you're not used to.
As an offensive line that blocks and leads the way, I guess what can you talk about Austin Dendy and the way he's kind of come into the offense kind of out of nowhere, and just the way that what have you seen from a blocking standpoint?
What I've seen from Austin, like he runs really hard, and like when you're blocking for somebody that's always gonna fall forward and get those extra yards, it kind of boosts your confidence as an O-lineman too. Like if you see a play that's you only block it for 2 yards and he ends up getting 3 or 4 just because he's running physical, running hard, like that boosts everybody's spirit, especially the O-line, just making sure like he's kind of helping us out and we help him out. It's a mutual relationship. So I think he's done a great job stepping into his role and kind of figuring out who he is as a running back. I think he's doing a great job, and he's going to continue with that.
And then going into final home game of the year, how much do you guys really want to go out there and perform in front of the home crowd one last time before you go on the road to face UMass to end the season?
Yeah, we really want to come out here, please our home crowd with one more time. Just giving it all, like going forward. You can't really look back. You have to just keep putting one foot in front of the other and fight every week, and this week means something special. It's a lot of the last guys' time in the Doit, so going out here and getting a win for our last time in the Doit would be really special for everyone on the team and everyone watching from the stands too.
How, with the bowl eligibility gone and everything where it's at, how important is it for you guys to finish strong these last 2 games?
Man, it's still games got to get played, man. This team is excited. Even though our record doesn't deflect who we are, man, we still want to go into next year. It leads us into a better, stronger year, man. Just finish strong. Just go into next year rebuilding off what we have now.
What's the mood like on the team right now with everything you've been through this year so far?
Guys are still excited. Guys still want to play. Like, through all the knockdowns, we still get up. We still get up happy, joyful to be together and be brothers, man, and keep fighting no matter what's going on any side of the ball or anything, man. We're just excited to go out there and just play ball. There's no fall, man. And that's when Coach George just said that he's proud of us, that every time we get knocked down, we keep going and just keep on fighting.
You played it under Coach George at Tennessee State. I guess just what have you seen from the growth from him, from a year ago at Tennessee State to now at Bowling Green?
It's a big difference, man. We came from more of an established staff. I mean, he spent 4 years there building that staff. I mean, building the growth of players and stuff like that. Coming here, still keeping the same tradition, man. Just building the outside of his office yesterday, and we were just talking, having a long conversation. He was like, "Man, this is a God's blessing, man. Like, we're going through the struggles now to make us great." And that's what we keep leaning on, and that's what he keeps saying. Just keep going through the struggle and keep on fighting, because it's going to be great things in the long run coming.
What have you been told about Maction, and how different is it preparing for a midweek game versus a Saturday game so far?
This is my first time in a Maction game, and I'm excited. I'm excited to play on a Tuesday. This is my first time ever being national TV. Nobody's watching, because I used to watch these games when I was younger, and the team's excited about it too. It's my first time. I'm a senior. I just want to go out there and support my brothers and just be excited together one more time. This is our last home game. Just go out with a bang in our last Detroit Stadium, man, and lead into next year.
Going against your old teammate at Akron, having to stop him on the defensive side of the ball?
Man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to come from the same team. You know, we in practice going against each other, and like, I'll make that tackle. Like, no, you won't. Nah, it's like now it's on. I actually get to hit you live, and he actually gets to try to run me over live, and we get to squander that beef. Or not even beef, just to squander that, except who's going to win. And I'm just excited for it.